In this podcast, I just want to go through step by step the process of uploading a single audio file to the Moodle site. Okay, so we did it once before. We had a little hiccup. We're going to try again, going from beginning to end to help deal with some of those size issues. But here was the assignment, Unit 1, Encounter 6, 1.47. So if I click on that, the assignment was read the words in 1.47 aloud, record yourself using GarageBand, and save it to your desktop. Then upload the file to Moodle for submission. So let's take a step back and let's go to GarageBand. We're going to make our recording. And I do have my book open to page 33, so I can do the recording. I'm going to do a podcast. Remember, we're labeling it 1.47. Because that's the number in the book, and then last name, first name. That way, when it comes into me, I'm going to have all the 1.47s grouped together so that I can grade them at once, and they're going to be alphabetical, which will be so nice for me. And then, make sure you're recording to your desktop. Usually that's the standard anyways. I'm going to create. And you have a choice, male voice, female voice. It really doesn't matter. Just to prove it to you, I'm going to do male today. When you're ready to record, you press the record button down here. Then you read your words and you press the space bar to stop. So here we go. We're going to get started. I'm on page 33 and I read 我们你好谢谢谢谢您你们你好吗谢谢你再见他们请对不起 and then space bar to stop. Now, my recording is done for all intensive purposes. Okay, if I wanted to save it just in case, I can hit save. But what I want to do is I want to convert it to an MP3 because that's going to make it easier to upload to the Moodle site. So if you hit share and you send podcast to iTunes, I'm going to click on that. It's going to send it to your iTunes library and using an MP3 encoder. Okay, and I'm going to share. I get an error message that says it will not export as an enhanced podcast because I didn't put any other stuff on it. I'm not going to do that anyways. So it says this podcast will contain audio only. That's all we want anyways. So continue. Sometimes the mix down and the converting takes a little time, so be a little patient with that. It's going to export it to iTunes. And I read, whoa. And there it is on the bottom there. This was a previous one I did. But here it is right here. And that is in MP3 file. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to, don't need this anymore. I can move my GarageBand out of the way, although I'm not going to use that anymore either. Now I'm going to upload a file. I go to Browse. Here's my playlist down here. There it is, the last recording I did. Open. And then upload the file. File uploaded successfully. And here it is. If I want to listen to it, I can. And I read 我们你 and that is really enough of listening to my own voice today. And then that's all you need to do. So hopefully this clears things up a little bit. I would say I'm hoping what we can do is that once we have this down as a system, that we can upload things pretty quickly. One of the challenges in the distance learning is that I don't get to hear you guys speaking with each other. And this will be a great way for me to be able to hear those conversations you have with your partner and give you some feedback. So with that, we are all done. I'm going to stop this recording.